Hey everybody, welcome back to the Engine Builder Show. Our topic for today is what your Kindle can teach you about effective marketing. Again, we appreciate all of you tuning in, and as always, enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody.
There was always a ton to learn. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well and that your week has been successful, and that if you're tuning in live, your January has been successful. But whenever you get to catch this, I appreciate you taking time to tune in and listen. My goal is just to really serve you with the best ideas as it relates to marketing and entrepreneurship, and just helping you walk your journey. And as always, my team and I are here to help you if you ever get stuck or need help with anything. And so just reach out. Just like Jethro said, I want to talk to you about the brilliance of what your Kindle can teach you about effective marketing. And I think even though he's probably not talked about as much as other folks in the space, I believe that Jeff Bezos is one of the most brilliant marketers of our time. Probably definitely equal up there to Steve Jobs and Zuckerberg. Those are three people that have just absolutely crushed marketing in how they approach business. And so with the Kindle, as we look at it, there's three things that I want to point out that you can really look at and determine how you can model the same type of thing into your business, because there's just principles that are built into the Kindle, and the approach that they use marketing wise, that's just absolutely brilliant. So the first thing, which I know we talk about a lot, and I talk about a lot because I think that in the digital marketing era that we live in, and all of us see a ton of digital marketing in front of us, sometimes we forget the power and the importance of physical marketing and having something in our hands. And so the first thing that Kindles can teach us is having something in our customers' hands is really a way to own brand space, is a way to deliver, and handle their solution, and really deliver what they need. And so if there's any way that you can either make your digital offering physical in a sense, in a way that you can split off something and put it in front of your audience, or if you already do have a physical product, the more that you can actually get it in your customers' homes, the better off you're going to be. One example that I think I've experienced over the past couple of years, and I'm sure some of you have as well, is I've been a part of a handful of virtual summits over the last couple of years, and the host of the virtual summit ships me a box, and it has like the event planner inside of it, like all the details of the event brochure. It has some swag in there. It has some gifts. Like, it has different things, and that box ends up sitting on my desk until the event, or in view. And so I remember to show up to the event, the virtual event, even if it's over Zoom or wherever they're streaming it. And so doing something like that brings a physical presence into your customer's office, their home, their life, and helps them show up for your virtual event. And so that's the first thing that we can definitely learn from a Kindle, from how to market more effectively from looking at our Kindle, is be in your customer's hands, be physically in front of them, and that's going to make a big difference. The second thing is feed your customers more of what they want. So I have only had a physical Kindle for a couple of weeks, because I had the app on my phone, but I was like, you know what, I want just a device dedicated to just reading. My friend David Van Diemen told me, he's like, I just got a Kindle, and he's like, it's been great because I don't have a phone that has notifications on it, and it has, I just actually sit down and read instead of getting distracted while I'm reading on my Kindle app on my phone. And I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. And so what I noticed, which I just think is absolutely brilliant, let's see if I can get this to show up, is, yeah, that may just blur out. But anyway, there is every day or two, the screensavers changes, and it just stays static on here. And so today it says #1 New York Times bestselling author Elizabeth George, Something to Hide, and it's some novel. And so if I unlock the device, it says you can buy this book for $2.99 or whatever the price is. And I'm an absolute book junkie. Behind me, just where you see that, my shelf there, I have no idea how many books I have on there. Hundreds, and I have others in my closet. I have tons in my Kindle account. I have tons of Audible books. I'm a book junkie. And so Amazon, knowing that book junkies are book junkies, every couple days they change out the cover and they tell me, hey, check this book out. You might like this, and it changes every day or two. And so they own a billboard in my home now, and I'm a junkie of reading, and so I love reading, and so they're just feeding me more of what I want. And so I've there probably should be like some kind of 12-step program for people that buy too many books, but I'm like under it's manageable right now. But I buy books like they're going, like I know I'll never have a chance again. I have stacks on my desk. I have stacks everywhere. But Amazon, knowing that, they're putting a device in front of me, they're advertising a new book to me, and they are feeding into what I think is a relatively healthy obsession. And so anytime that we can put more of what our customers want in front of them, that helps them improve, helps them enjoy what they're doing, helps them achieve the goals that they have. Because I have a goal of reading 50 to 75 books a year. And so it feeds into my goal. I enjoy it. So anytime we can do that for our customers, then we're able to serve them as well. So if we put something physically in their life, and then we can make a billboard that's essentially always in front of them, then we can be successful that way. And although producing a piece of hardware like that and shipping it out and making it change, what's on the screen, that's a million, hundreds of millions probably went into developing that. You don't have to do it like that, but what you can do is you can do similar things by staying in front of your customers with, daily social media posts, because when they open their phone, they're going to see you. You can send SMS marketing. You can send emails on a daily basis. You have very similar power in front of you with the technology that we all have access to be in front of your customers on a daily basis and feed them more of what they want and need. And so knowing what they need is key. We talk a lot about that on the show here, but then really providing what they need on a daily basis and what they want is really important as well. The third thing, as we look at Kindle and how we can kind of learn from it from a marketing standpoint, is to be as accessible as possible to your target market. And so one of the things as entrepreneurs we have to decide is, are we a commodity-based product? Are we a commodity, or are we a high-ticket specialty exclusive item? Those are intentional pricing choices and things you need to choose. But regardless of the price that you're choosing or the market that you're serving, be aware of how you can be as accessible as possible to the right people in your market. So in this case, Amazon is selling a commodity, and I think I paid $80 for this, something like that. So that's like the price of, I don't know, 4 or 5 paperback books. And so they didn't make this, $500 because they wanted it to be accessible, and they knew they'd get high return on investment. I'm assuming they make margin and profit on this, but even if they don't make a ton of profit on it, they're now advertising to me every day a new book that I should buy. I'm physically reminded of them every time it's sitting on my desk or I use it. And so being accessible to a broad market has served them well there. You don't necessarily have to be accessible or the cheapest. If that's your business model and you know how to be profitable that way, then absolutely you can do that. But equally as important, if you just need to know, who am I serving and how can I be accessible to them? What's a realistic price that they're willing to pay to get a good result? And just being conscious of that is what's going to help you make the right choice as it relates to pricing your product. So overall, I always love studying what Amazon does. We talked about them yesterday, actually, I think, or a couple days with it this week. We talked about Amazon Prime and kind of how you can do that for your business. And so just as a recap here with Kindle, what we can learn from it is, be in your customers' hands, have something physically that you can put in your customers' hands that will remind them of you, that you can serve them with, that you can really help them with. The second thing is feed more of what they want, feed their desire and their obsessions around good things that help them. So just like Kindle displays an ad to me every few days, it changes of a new book they may think I like. How can you show up in front of your audience on a consistent basis and offer what they want? And then the third thing is be intentional and be as accessible as possible to your target market. So if you are in the commodity market, find a way to be highly profitable and yet also offer a price that is going to be attractive to a large audience. If you're in the high ticket space, make sure that your pricing is accessible to the people that you want to serve, And pricing in that kind of niche, you can make it a filter, but be aware and be conscious and make sure that it's accessible to the people you want to serve. As an example, you wouldn't want to charge $1 million a year for coaching if you're coaching startups who haven't made any revenue yet. Just wouldn't be accessible to them. So just be aware of that and be intentional about how you do that. So as always, hope this has been useful. We're here to help you grow and market your business. So if you need any help, comment below or reach out at businessmarketingengine.com, and we will help you come up with offers that attract the right folks. We'll help you drive traffic to those. We can help you really continue to be in front of your ideal audience so your business grows. So I appreciate everyone tuning in today, and we will see you on Monday.